I just got done filming, and I want to put a disclaimer. I crash out in the beginning. I'm sorry, but like I gotta call it how I see it. I want to be a very positive wrestling channel, but being positive does not mean looking the other way on bad writing. Okay, it's not going into SmackDown thinking that everything's gonna suck, but it is calling out SmackDown when it does suck. So I was not hate watching WWE on SmackDown, but there were points in which I hated what I was watching. Does that make sense? All right, that's my disclaimer. Love WWE. Did not love this episode. There is a difference. So yeah, now we go to the actual one take, one shot. No edits after this. Apparently, the country singer Jelly Roll's best friend is Randy Orton, and I think my mind is going to melt out of my earlobes. I don't want to be over dramatic, but AEW's All In is looking mighty fine tomorrow. Holy cow. Oh my god. I thought we were past the celebrity matches that were horrible, the really bad, horrible celebrity matches, because we got Bad Bunny, right? And I will be the first one to admit that I thought that Bad Bunny was going to be horrible, and I did not want Bad Bunny. All right, so like I guess there's hope. There's hope. I thought Bad Bunny was gonna suck, and then I thought Logan Paul was gonna suck, and yeah, but like for real, like we like I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm not trying to be rude here. I have a couple extra pounds on me, all right. But like Jelly Roll, like this is not happening, right? I'm not in the multiverse that has Jelly Roll on a match at SummerSlam teaming up with Randy Orton. You do realize that if Randy Orton fights at this SummerSlam, that he will break the record for wrestlers with the most SummerSlam matches, and we're tying that to Jelly Roll. Just like when I guess this is not as big as an accomplishment as winning the 17th title as John Cena did, but we had to tie that to Travis Scott, and now we have to tie this to Randy Orton. Like we do know that there are celebrities out there who will like not only treat the business with respect, and hey, you know what? Jelly Roll has been nothing but respectful from what I hear to backstage, but if you can't go in the ring and then you try to act like you can go in the ring, to me, that is disrespectful. And as much as you want to hate Logan Paul, he can go in the ring. As much as you want to hate Pat McAfee, he can go in the ring. I don't think anybody hates Bad Bunny, but he can go in the ring. And even the guy from Arrow, Stephen Amell or something like that, he can go in the ring. But like, nobody really like else. like we've had that quality of celebrity for the last 4 celebrities that we had. I don't want to backtrack to WrestleMania 27 with Snooki. All right, with Snooki. Yeah, I get it. She did a really cool springboard or something, elbow. But like being able to accomplish one move is not enough for me to be like, wow, that celebrity was worth it. And I know WWE has been doing celebrities since day one. WrestleMania 1 had Liberace, but you know what? He wasn't wrestling. He was doing kicks with those girls who do the kicks. And then there was Mr. T. Guess what though? He wrestled, and he wrestled pretty good for the style in which that everybody wrestled back then. Like that Mr. T came into today's environment. No, he wouldn't have wrestled. He would not be able to wrestle very good. But for back then, in that kind of brawling mentality, Mr. T did fine. So Mr. T was allowed to be in the wrestling ring. What about Mike Tyson? WrestleMania 14, he was in the corner. He was a special enforcer. All right, so a special enforcer is fine. A special enforcer is fine because he's just outside. He might do a pin, do a punch, whatever. But Jelly Roll. If Jelly Roll has a match, because he grabbed Logan Paul by the hair. I was not impressed with that move. And he grabbed him by the hair. It seems like they're gonna have a match because then he completely crashed out on his instruments, and it's like, oh no. No. Please don't. I'm sorry. I'm a mark. I am a mark. Okay? And don't come at me and be like, you realize this is fake, right? you realize this could all be fake? What if we're in the Matrix? What if we are all in the Matrix? So let's treat wrestling like a story that makes sense within its own universe. And for Jelly Roll to walk in and have a match with some of the likes of Logan Paul, who can have a match with some of the likes of Roman freaking Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, that doesn't make sense to me. And I don't even know why Randy Orton and Jelly Roll are such good friends. I've not seen Randy Orton that fired up, that offended for somebody like ever. I don't remember the last time I seen Randy Orton get that mad when somebody, like maybe his dad, maybe someone insulted his dad one time and he got that mad, but for real, like, I think he was more mad that Logan Paul was talking smack to Jelly Roll than John Cena talking smack about his dad a couple months ago. I am not on board with this at all. It's like, I guess I should have seen it. Travis Scott was the sign. That we weren't done with the celebrities who don't know what they're doing in the ring, and now we got Jelly Roll. Well, calm down, Chop. What if he's only in the corner? Tomorrow he's in the corner. If he was just in the corner, I'd be fine. If tomorrow he's just in the corner, then I will come back and I'll apologize, okay? So if he does not take part in SummerSlam, I'll be like, you know what, guys? I overreacted. I'm sorry. Thank you, WWE, for coming to your senses. Or if he's only in the corner at SummerSlam, I'll do the same. But as of right now, I want to get ahead of this problem, and I want to shout from the rooftops, please, Triple H, don't do this. Please, Triple H, don't put Jelly Roll in a marquee match with main eventers, okay? It's like, Jelly Roll is not Mike Tyson, okay? He's not. Pick an athlete. I don't really know a lot of athletes, but like if Conor McGregor suddenly was, and I don't know if he has any bad stuff going on in his personal life, but I'm just saying as a professional, if Conor McGregor wanted to suddenly be in a match with Randy Orton at SummerSlam, I'd be like, not my cup of tea, but okay, whatever. But when Jelly Roll wants a match with Randy Orton, then I'm like, yeah, this is not just my cup of tea, but this cup of tea is poison and nobody should drink it, and I'll put it down the drain, all right? And then I'll flush the drain and I'll let hot water run for about 3 hours. Oh my gosh, this is not... I can't. Come on. Like, Like, I just don't know. Excuse me. Jelly Roll. That's what we get at this 2-night SummerSlam. Not my fault. It's not my fault that you have done like 23 PLEs since WrestleMania, and you only have 3 weeks to build SummerSlam, so you gotta throw a bunch of Hail Marys? No, that's on you. That's on you and TKO trying to control the narrative in that, oh, AEW, they're doing their big show, so let's do 3 of our shows. Oh, come on. We didn't need Saturday night's main event tomorrow. We could have had just Drew versus RKO at SummerSlam. We didn't need. If you wanted to do, at first I thought it was just going to be Logan Paul and Jelly Roll, and that, okay, fine, whatever. I'm willing, like, that's, like, I wouldn't even want that, but I would be like, okay, cool, whatever, like, whatever. But, like, if Randy Orton has to lose his spot on the card to team up with Jelly Roll, oh, it'll be a great big payday. I'll be, like, honest with you, like, I don't really care. I just want the card to make sense. I want the stories to make sense. I do want the wrestlers to get paid, but I think maybe, like, Randy Orton didn't need that Jelly Roll money. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk the whole SmackDown. Let's do the whole SmackDown, and, like, I'll even talk a little more about that, because I think I just completely crashed out for, like, I blanked out. I'm like, where am I right now? I've just been, like, totally, like, I'm seeing red right now. I'm seeing jelly right now. And then we'll get back to that whole segment, but I won't talk too much about it. We kick off the night, and the night started off really good because LA Knight came out, and it was nice to see him, like, just talking smack about main event players, so it's nice to see him in that main event. And then we have Paul Heyman comes out. There's a cool line. What do you say? It's not a spoiler, it's a fact. And then Paul Heyman comes out, and he starts talking about how he can see things. He's the Oracle. But the cool thing is then that Solo Sikoa comes out and his crew. That was interesting because him and Paul have, like, that, you know, he power bombed him. He power bombed him through the tables, like, a year ago. And so he's like, you better leave, otherwise we're going to powerbomb you again. And Paul's just like, okay, bye, peace. And then Solo starts talking about how he beat Jacob, and Jacob beat you, so you better leave too to LA Knight, you know, he fakes it, the crowd tells him no, so he gets back in, and then Jimmy slides a chair in, and they hold him off, because I guess Jimmy is going to fight Solo at the Saturday night's main event. No build whatsoever, relying on past history. But yeah, so that's going to happen at Saturday's main event. And then Nick Aldis comes out and does his best tag team play. His best Teddy Long says, we're going to have a tag team tonight. Oh, by the way, I am giving away a belt. I do give away belts on this channel at every 10,000 subscribers. So please comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, 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 notification. I would appreciate it. And sorry, I'm so negative today, because that Jelly Roll thing does put, like, it casts a dark shadow on this episode. This episode wasn't that good to begin with, and that just, like, I try to be a positive Pete, but I gotta be a critical, who could be, what's a name that starts with C? Kairi? No, I don't want to be a Kairi. What's a name that starts with C? Help me out, everybody. Put it in a comment below. A critical one of those. Then we have Critical Chris. Critical Christopher. Then we have the Fatal 4-Way. It's one participant from each of the women tag matches. It's Ruca, sorry, very sick, Kairi Sane, Roxanne Perez, and Alexa Bliss. Before the match, we definitely see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They're getting along now, even though they're not friends. They say we're not friends. They got a t-shirt, we're not friends. But it's like, it's weird seeing Charlotte Flair now. It seems like she's enjoying herself. It seems like she's, like, this pairing with Alexa Bliss is doing really good for Charlotte Flair. I know a lot of people are starting to like Charlotte Flair, and this is helping. This is helping Charlotte. I don't know how much it's helping Alexa, but it's helping Charlotte for sure. The match is all right enough. It's crazy. It's hectic. I think Ruca from NXT was about to get the pin. Then Roxanne Perez, no. Raquel Rodriguez pulls her out, and then there's a big hullabaloo. All the participants on the outside get involved. When it's all said and done, Alexa Bliss pins Kairi Sane, and okay, whatever, cool. That's your build for the Evolution 2 this weekend. Then we have another tag team match. This probably should have been the main event of the night, because there was a title change. The Wyatt Sicks, they beat the Street Profits. The story here is just that I guess it's the entire tag team division, good or bad, versus the Wyatts. The Wyatts actually did do heel tactics here. They, Eric Rowan, he pulled somebody out of the ring. I'm not sure, I forget who it was, but definitely pulled them out of the ring. And Dawkins, Dawkins he cross bodies him through the barricade, and that allows the double team on Montez Ford, and we have new tag team champions. we cut directly to the tag team division, and they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And then we have Andrade and Rey Fenix walk in, and it looks like those two are fully on board now as a team. So there, yeah, okay, so I think it's just the Wyatts holding the tag team titles hostage now is your tag team storyline. Is your tag team storyline. And I would like it to get a little juicier, a little more personal, a little more personal, but we shall see. Hopefully the Wyatt Sicks can start playing some mind games on the entire tag team division. Then we have, this is the Jelly Roll segment. Jelly Roll comes out, he sings, right? He sings, it's like whatever. Then Logan Paul comes and he starts like berating him, basically saying every argument that was ever lobbed against Logan Paul, he lobs now against Jelly Roll. That's when Randy comes out, and as I said, he crashes out way too hard for someone who barely, like, we've never seen them together really on screen. Drew McIntyre does attack, so that's cool. And my fear is it's going to be Drew and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. God, I hope I'm wrong. And I will apologize if I am wrong. But, yeah, so we then go, so that happens. And then eventually, Logan Paul starts beating up Randy after Drew McIntyre is like escorted out. That's when Jelly Roll pulls the hair, throws him down. Logan Paul then runs to the to all the instruments and breaks them. And Jelly Roll's getting so mad, and Randy's just like, "Calm down, man, calm down." It's like, already crashed out, so whatever. R-Truth versus Aleister Black. Is he Ron Killings? Is he R-Truth? I don't know. They call him both at this point. Aleister Black pretty much dominated. We have R-Truth does not exactly an Eddie Guerrero, but he does bring in a chair, which then makes Aleister Black grabs the chair. The referee takes the chair, roll up, pin, 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black is mad that he lost. He follows R-Truth to the back, and this is stupid, I think. I know we needed to get Damian Priest and Aleister Black in a feud against each other, but like Aleister Black was going after R-Truth, and Damian Priest just steps in. He's like, dude, this is not the way. For one, Aleister Black has no one to blame but himself, and for two, R-Truth is a grown man. Damian Priest, he doesn't need you fighting his battles for him. So Damian Priest is in his way for no reason. Black is going after Truth for no reason, and he's like, get away. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll get away. And then he super kicks him, and they fight. And so that's your feud for SummerSlam, if not tomorrow, Saturday's main event. Little congested. Hope I sound okay. Hope the image is okay, too. I was trying to make it better and screwed everything up. The way you see me right now. That's why I'm probably a little cloudy. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. They have an interview off. And there was one cool line that made me think that if they had planned this better, these two could have cooked each other on the microphone a lot more. Tiffany says, I know all about your career. I watched them on VHS, you know. That's hilarious because she's old, and I can confirm I used to buy WWE VHSs. But then Tiffany, Trish strikes back and says, would you learn that on the TikTok? And that was a good line. But when it's all said and done, Naomi comes out to remind everybody, as she does every single week, that she is champion. And I hate that. I love Naomi, but we don't need that. And hey, you know, fair is fair. Seth Rollins does the same thing, and I hate that. We don't need him reminding everybody every week that he's champion. So far, no cuts. Then Jade comes out, attacks, chaos ensues, they break them up. Jimmy Uso, LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa and J.C. Mateo, hate that name, they come out. And there's distraction. We have at some point, Paul comes out and distracts LA Knight. And LA Knight, he distracts someone, and they he distracts LA Knight, and LA Knight literally takes a boot to the face from Tall Tunga. And, but that doesn't matter because Solo Sikoa gets rolled up by Jimmy Uso. So this is 2 weeks in a row that Solo Sikoa takes the pin when J.C. Mateo, hate that name, is available in a tag team match. 2 weeks in a row. So, okay, way to make your champion look strong. And after that, LA Knight, he does blunt force trauma, BFTs him, and Paul Heyman, though, kind of gets over the railing, and then boom, we have a boom spear from Braun Breaker, tsunami from Bronson Reed. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Go for launch. Whenever we get a tsunami, go for launch. Throws me $10. What a nice guy, right? But then yeah, so that's your build up for tomorrow, because Seth versus LA Knight. Yeah, and now he's all in pain. He's all in pain, and that's how we close it out. So there were good things like LA Knight definitely moving up the card, but like that Jelly Roll stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I struggled. Now maybe it's because I'm sick. Like 2 nights ago, I slept like 18 hours, like 2 days ago. And then yesterday, I actually slept a lot too. I tried going out. I watched the new Superman movie for the first time. So my body is fatigued. So to be fair, the 14 yawns, let's say it was 9 yawns. Let's get rid of 5 yawns, because of my illness. But yeah, and how many commercials? I think it was 9 commercials. 9 commercials. Yeah, so I absolutely hated the segment with Jelly Roll, but like for the most part, I hated the Jelly Roll segment, and I was bored. Throughout most of this night. Even though the Street Profits lost their tag team titles and there was a title change, that match didn't really excite me even. I'm gonna give this 5. Just a complete 5. Chops, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's either 4 or 5. I'll give it a 5, but that's me being very, very generous. I don't recommend this SmackDown, and you can catch the highlights, or let this be your highlight reel, and go watch the I don't know, LA Knight SmackDown. That's probably all you need to watch. So, boys, girls, I wish I could have been more positive this one, but I gotta call it how I see it, and that's how I saw it. You boys, you girls, you have a great night. Go to the hot takes, put a hot take, and we'll do this again tomorrow. Well, we'll do hot takes tomorrow, and then, we'll do this again tomorrow too, because Saturday night's main event. We'll watch that live. Have a good night.